Okay, everybody, welcome to Mindfulness Monday. We're joined by Vivian Hermes. She is a certified mindfulness facilitator. So please enjoy. Thank you very much for attending. All yours.
Thank you and welcome everyone. I thought we would work with just pressure and creating contact points and noting contact points that are there. So first off, I want you to stretch. So before we even start, you might want to stretch your legs, create some tension by flexing your feet and pushing out through the hip sockets, through the knees, through the ankles, into the soles, arch, and ball of the feet, and then pointing your feet, then flexing them as is comfortable. You can do the same with your hands and arms. You can raise them over your head and stretch them, opening your fingers wide, letting all that tension that's moving through your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists to flow through the fingers and out through the fingertips. And then allowing your arms to come back down gently, setting them to your sides or on your lap, whatever feels comfortable. Settling in, you can maintain a soft gaze ahead of you, or you can close your eyes, whatever is comfortable. And when you feel ready, taking a couple of deep breaths in at your own pace, let them be deep but comfortable here as well. And if it's available, in through the nose, holding for a second, and then exhaling completely out through the mouth. Sighing, if you can do that, if you feel comfortable doing that. And there will be periods of silence to allow you to experiment with the prompt that I give you. So letting the breath come back to its natural rhythm when you really feel you're here, you're nestled into your seat. We'll start by just investigating the physical sensations of feeling supported, either by the chair you're sitting in or the ground. Whatever you're noticing. So notice any contact points where the body is making contact with any sort of surface on the back, at the sides, the calves, the back of the thighs, the buttocks, the upper back, the shoulders, maybe. If it's a little hard to notice the sensations in that area, you can gently just press yourself a little deeper into your seat to really notice the contact. Directing your attention to the feet, to what and where are they making contact with any sort of support. Bring your attention to your hands. What are they making contact with? Are they making contact with your upper legs or each other? And here too, if you can't sense the feeling or it feels too subtle, You can press the feet in a little deeper against the contact point, or run your hands slowly against your leg, or press them against each other. Do it slowly so you can experience pressure, contact, no pressure, no contact. So, as we practice in this way, I invite you to pick an area of the body that feels as though you can really sense the physical sensations. So, it could be the feet or the hands or the legs, the shoulders, whatever area you feel you can really give your attention to and note the physical sensations. This will be your focal point of attention, what we're going to call your contact point. And as you create that contact, that sense of experiencing the contact, you can use the label feel every 3 to 5 seconds to help keep you on track of noting the physical sensations there, but also to enhance the experience. You do it either to yourself quietly in your mind as a whisper or even out loud. Feel, feel. Using a gentle and matter-of-fact tone as you do this. And as you direct your attention to that focal point, notice any pressure or temperature. Maybe there's dampness, coolness, warmth. There might be sensations on the surface of that area. It could be tickling or tingling, throbbing or vibrations. There may be unpleasant sensations. These are just some of the things you might be experiencing in that area. You want to aim for that felt sense of the contact. So I'm using words to help connect you to it, but the best you can, staying with the physical sensations and using the label feel as a way to stay connected. Feel, Feel. Feel. Notice if the attention starts to wander off and recognize that it's okay. It's part of the practice that our mind loses track of the novelty of whatever we're focused on. And see if you can guide your attention back to that contact point. And sometimes when we come back to the contact point, the sensations begin to dissolve or feel very faint. You just lose contact with the physical sensations. And if that happens to be the case, I invite you to squeeze or flex that area, release. Notice the contrast in creating intentional tension and releasing it to its neutral state. And you can do that as much as you need to connect with the physical sensations. So if it helps to press your palms onto your legs, or squeeze the hands together, or make fists if you're using the hands as your focal point, or to flex your legs and release, or to press into the back of the chair and release. This practice time is supposed to allow your survival brain to ground, to stabilize, to experience relative safety. Nowhere to go, nothing else to do other than to be present for this body and the way it communicates, which is through physical sensations. Feel. Feel. So notice again where the mind is. Has it wandered? If it has, choose to direct it back to the contact point. This is how we exercise our mindfulness muscle, this perpetual returning, remembering our anchor. Now, from here, wherever you are in the practice, begin to widen your attention to take in from a perceptual place the whole body without changing its posture or moving it. Noticing if anything has shifted. Is the body more relaxed? Is it the same? Is it more agitated? Has it begun to take on a sleepy posture? Or does it have an alert posture? What's the body doing? How is it presenting? And what about the mind? Does it feel more focused or more distracted or neutral, or exactly feels as it did when you started this practice? Does it feel more settled or more busy? And also, what sort of emotions and feelings are present right now? This might be more subtle, or it might be very obvious. And are they the same emotions that you started off with when we began this practice? So you might notice these shifts in mind and body, or you may not, because they can be pretty subtle, or nothing may have changed, and that's okay too. Because when we offer our awareness to our physical experience, there's three possible things that can happen. The experience can intensify, it can stay the same, or it can diminish or soften. So, not judging what you might be experiencing in this moment, because again, these physical sensations are just how the body communicates to us. So, from mindfulness, it's all about observing, looking into it, doing our best to notice whatever is here with a sense of openness and curiosity in whatever the mind or the heart or the body wants to show us right now. And you may want to take a moment before we close out this practice to reflect on the fact that you had many, many different possibilities of how to have used this time. But regardless of how your practice went in these short practice period, you committed yourself to honing this skill, to sharpening your mindfulness, your concentration, your sensory clarity, and your willingness to be with whatever is here. So, offering up some gratitude to yourself. It could be as simple as thank you, nice choice. And you might also recognize that we might be the primary beneficiaries of the practice, but others also benefit in that as we deepen our understanding and our willingness to be with whatever we see in ourselves, that has a ripple effect in that we're a little more patient, a little kinder, a little more accepting, a little more generous in our thoughts and our words of others. So they too benefit from our practice. And so taking a deep breath in and exhaling it out. Beginning to gently open your eyes if they were closed. There's no rush. Taking in as many deep breaths in and out at your own pace as you need to really arrive. Moving your head and your neck. Taking in the space. Experiment with keeping some of this awareness with the contact point. Even as you begin to take notice of the sights and sounds around you, seeing, moving, identifying, being present for the space that you're in is a big part of feeling safe and secure. So I want to thank you all for joining this practice period. Know that you can take this into your days with you. It doesn't have to be this extended practice that you have to do. But if you need to come back into yourself, if you really feel like you've gotten, you've been taken out of your neutral place, you can press your hands against each other or against your thighs, or, you know, um, stroke the legs with your hands, really get into the physical sensation, or press the backs of your legs into the chair. These all are ways that help you come back into the present moment without having to change your location or what you're doing or anything like that. So I want to thank you all for joining today's session, and I look forward to spending time with you next Monday.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Thank you, everybody, for attending Mindfulness Monday. If you're a faculty member and you need Flex, I will have a sign-in sheet here. We will be here the same time, same place next Monday. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.